Oh, what's this? Another Jude voiceover video? Yep, that's right. So we are playing Anti this week for week 6. And although he does have a Switch this time, we had some scheduling issues and had to play on Showdown anyway. So yeah, here we are. Going into the matchup, I don't think it's super in my favor. It's really awkward in terms of speed tiers because he has Dragapult and Regieleki, which outspeed everything on my team. And on the slower end, with his Trick Room mode, Fergraf Ursaluna match up really well into quite a lot of my team. So the team I came up with has Scarf Spectrier to outspeed Regieleki and Dragapult and threaten them with a Shadow Ball. We have Slowking on the slower end, which matches up pretty well into his Trick Room stuff. We also have Chilly Reception to support a Nevermelt Ice Blizzard Kyurem. I've been trying to make it work like all season. Yeah. We also have Misty Surge, Misty Seed, Wheezing. The idea is we can still help in dealing with Whimsicott and Dragapult at the same time as we weaken the power of Dragon Darts for Kyurem and the rest of the team. We also have AV Scrafty, which is just good overall, dealing with both Dragapult and Ursaluna. And lastly, we were bringing Arcanine to deal with Charizard. But yeah, let's go into the games. Yeah, going into game 1, we don't see Charizard, so Arcanine is probably not coming, but Kyurem looks amazing. So we're going to try to set it up immediately. We see the Whimsicott leads, so I'm kind of threatened, and I can set up the Hail anyway with just a Chilly Reception and switch into Wheezing. We do see the Palafin switch out, and we get Chilly Reception off and Kyurem in. So here I'm still kind of faked out by the idea of Moonblast into Kyurem, which would do a lot of damage. So we're just going to try to knock it out as we find out that it is Sash on Whimsicott, which makes it really awkward. We also can't really get the poison because of the Misty Surge. We take these Psychics pretty well, thanks to the Misty Seed. But we're going to have to switch out Kyurem and take out the Whimsicott with Wheezing. So it's going to be more of a late game Kyurem kind of. Yeah, we take this Wave Crash pretty well with Scrafty's Intimidate. And again, we really want to send out our Kyurem again late game. Here I make a bit of a misplay. I Terra Scrafty, expecting a Terra Fairy from Fergraf, because I blanked out completely on the fact that it terrored the Palafin into water. Reverts the Trick Room, which is really awkward. So we should switch into Wheezing, and we can just see the value of the Misty Terrain right now, taking that Dragon Darts and allowing us to get Hail back in for Kyurem. So we're really well positioned. Whimsicott has gone down. We can immediately go for Helping Hand. We take nothing thanks to Hail and Misty Terrain from that Dragon Darts. I do believe it is banded, so yeah, we take that really well and just pick up the double kill with Blizzard. Here we just ended off with a Fake Out and a Freeze Dry, and that's game 1 to us. Game 2, I expect some kind of switch up, especially Regieleki, because Slowking was a bit of an issue. But we see the same lead, and I switched up and brought Spectrier instead. We're going to go for a double up into this Whimsicott, which had not revealed its last move slot. It is unfortunately Protect, so this double up does absolutely nothing, so not the best start. We can still go for it again on the next turn. Whimsicott gets up its light screen though, which is going to be extremely annoying for the rest of the match. And our Wheezing is pretty chipped. He doesn't actually know that we're Scarf on Spectrier yet, so I just go for the Shadow Ball into there, as we see Phantom Force dodging the Dazzling Gleam. I want to save Spectrier, and I decide to switch in my Kyurem. Obviously Slowking was not going to switch into that. I do manage to pick up the kill on Dragapult, but my 2 mons are super chipped down from the Dazzling Gleam. So Palafin can just pick up the Kyurem with a Jet Punch, and Fergraf picks up the Wheezing with a Dazzling Gleam. So it's down to a 2v2. It's a bit of an awkward spot because we are Scarf on Spectrier. I'm just hoping that I can try to put Slowking in position to win. Fortunately, Wave Crash is just a one-shot into Spectrier. Maybe I should have Shadow Balled into there. Still does a lot of damage with the Terra Water. I also believe this was Misty... I mean, what's it called? Mystic Water. Yeah. We do fortunately get the burn here, allowing us to take this next wave crash pretty well. Dies to recoil. And unfortunately we see a Dazzling Gleam crit through the special attack drop. It would have been pretty close. I think we live 3 Dazzling Gleams, well, I mean the third one KOs. But yeah, it's going to be game 2 to Anti. So going into game 3, I decide to go back to my game 1 plan. It's just Kyurem Slowking. But we do actually see the Regieleki adaptation this time. So I'm kind of forced to switch out into Wheezing. This also helps into Dragon Darts from Dragon Bolt. But instead we see Terra Steel. It's going to be Terra Blast. Luckily, we're EV to survive this, like 93% of the time. And we can knock out Regieleki immediately. This does make it a little bit awkward because Kyurem is no longer much of a win con. So we're going to have to play around Slowking and Scrafty under Trick Room. Wheezing does go down to the Terra Blast, but we're able to set up Trick Room and hopefully this pair can close this one out. So I decide to double up into Whimsicott, I believe. Yep, and as it protects, so not the best. I do expect this switch out, because since I had Terra Steeled, and I just go for the Helping Hand knockoff into Frigoraph. Does revert to the Trick Room, not the worst, because Slowking is still healthy enough to get another Trick Room up. We take that double up, we Terra to survive the Dazzling Gleam, and just knock out the Frigoraph with the Poison Jab. Finally, we can just Helping Hand and low kick this Dragapult for a one-hit KO. Survive the Moonblast, and from here it's just GG Poison Jab into Whimsicott. We go for one last Chili Reception, unnecessary, but we couldn't really lose from this spot, and we get the poison on the Poison Jab anyway. So yeah, that's going to be game 3 to us, and GG to Anti. Anyway, I just wanted to get this video out for the sake of consistency, to make sure I have every week up for this season. And it's a bit of an announcement that we're playing stacks for week 7. We're playing 10:30 AM EST on Saturday the 20th. Be there or be square. Stacks, I assume, will be streaming, but I will be recording from my side as well. So yeah, should be a really good one. It's going to decide whether or not there's going to be a 7-0 player this season, because Young Elmer's lost his last match and we are actually the only lossless player left. So yeah, root for whoever you want to root for, but yeah, we're hoping for the best and hope to see you there. Bye bye.